What is happening, guys? It is Iz, and today we're going to be going over my guide for the Gunlance. This is actually one of my favorite weapons in the game currently, and it is an absolute blast to play. Let's go into some of the major combos that you're going to want to learn, and then we'll go into actual boss fights and some other stuff in this video. And then I'll go over my build I like to run with this as well. But we're going to cover like the basic combos and then like the combos that you want to learn to take out monsters pretty easily in this game, especially if you're struggling. This is probably one of the best weapons. You can just cruise through the game like it's fairly easy. Let's go ahead and dive into that right now in this video. Into the combos, let's talk about reloading the ammo on the Gunlance. This is one thing that really didn't see very much of and kind of had to learn a lot of this stuff. But we have our shellings, which is our right click. And as you can see, it's out of ammo. Now, if I hit right click, it will actually reload it. If I right click and then hit R and right click, it'll do a quick reload, which is faster than just waiting until it's completely out. But if you shoot and then do it right at the end, you'll still do a quick reload as long as you don't sit there and wait for the animation time to go down. Now I can't really do a quick reload. It's just going to do a normal reload. But then we also have our spike, which is that knife looking thing next to the ammo. That spike, you can reload it by holding R and hitting reload. And as you can see, it puts in a new spike. Now you can also add the spike through combos. And then let's say you don't actually have that spike in there. If you do the focus strike, it will automatically load a spike in before it goes in for the focus strike move. Now we have the Wyvern Fire, which are those two giant looking bullets. And if we actually fire one of these, you're going to see that we're going to lose one of those bullets. The way to recharge that is through shelling. Now you can technically just go through and like shoot with shellings, but it's not going to charge it as fast. If you're to fully charge up a shelling shot though, like this, you're going to see that it's going to recharge it like crazy. And honestly, you just need to do 2 shellings fully charged to get one back. And that's pretty much reloading on the Gunlance. I'll show you guys a combo for gap closing. So as you can see, I'm right here at my tent, and we're going to be able to actually reach the test dummy from this location. One, you're going to want to make sure you're in focus mode. When you're in focus mode, you're going to left click holding W, and then you're going to midway through that action, you're going to right click for a shelling, and then you're going to left click again, and then you will do a double click for the full-on combo. And if you want to, you can finish everything off once you get through the combo with a Wyvern's Fire. And I'll just show you guys how this whole thing works. Combo goes like this. And then we're just going to spam the double combo, get the spike in there, do the whole shell shot, do another spike, and then instantly dodge into the blast. And that's how the gap closing combo works. Now, you don't have to do the full-on combo because a lot of times some bosses you're not going to have all that opportunity, especially when you're closing that gap. Let's say you did, that's a lot of damage. But another thing is like if you just need to close the gap, it's W, lunge, shoot through, and then the sweep. And that just allows you to get pretty far. Obviously, you can probably just do the whole dodge dance if you wanted to, but it's not as fast. You might as well just walk. And then we also do have some other like things you can do. You can like just shell to move around, kind of dodge and dance around things if you want to. Like that. But yeah, that's essentially how the gap closing combo works. When we're on a ledge, we have like 3 different types of moves that we can do. One, if you just walk off and hold in your left click. So you're going to walk off. Once you get to the edge, you just hold it in. The left click, you're going to come doing like a jumping smash. If we come up to it and then dodge off and then hit our left click, we're going to do like a thrust. And then if we jump off and hit our right click, we'll do this aerial, fancy, flashy type shooting of the Gunlance. The nice thing is if you do happen to jump off like this, and I'll just real fast reload. If I jump off and smash, then I can instantly move into a sweep and then go into the whole combo if I needed to, and then go into that double spike by hitting the right and left keys at the same time if you jump off. Combo I want to talk to you guys about is about one being behind your shield. It actually works really, really well. You're able to hold an R and then you're able to attack 3 times. And then you'll have guard thrust 3. Once you let go of R, you're going to be able to press the left click again instantly, and that is going to allow you to do a sweeping strike to then go into your combo mode, which is your right and left click, or if you have the focus mode on your mouse button or whatever, then it's going to press those two buttons at the same time from pressing one button if you have it set up that way, and then you're going to be able to do just a full-on combo mode, and I'll kind of show you what I mean by that right now. So guard into the thrust, and then now we're just going to go full-on combo if you have the opening on a boss, obviously. And then you can go down into a blast, which is going to be faster because you went into it with a combo. Combo I like to use is where I start off with that, I do an overhead, and then I do a burst. And then I go into the sweep, and then I go into the whole combos for the other damage. And so that's a whole nother combo you can do. You guys how to perfectly guard without really taking any damage, even if you fail at it, and I'll show you that right now. So I'm able to come up here and just guard, and as you'll see, I'll, get smacked, but it guards the damage, and you can see my stamina go down. But now I can, it's like, okay, I think the boss is going to attack me, hit reload, and I'll get a perfect guard. So it's kind of nice. You can just time it with that. You can just time it with your reload, because you'll get a perfect guard if you time that reload right, which is kind of cool. And so pretty easy to get perfect guards doing it that method. So you're just going to hit reload when you think the boss is actually going to strike you while you're holding R, and you'll get that perfect guard. To the actual build, we're going to be running the Numinous 4-piece set with the Suja sash. And as you can see, I'm using the Crown B, the Shroud A, the Vambraces B, and then the Graves A. And that gives me the stats that I want, which is going to be right here. And then when it comes to the actual gems, we're running Artillery Jewel 3, Magazine and Attack Jewel 3, and then Guardian Jewel. And then we're going to be running Challenger, Might Jewel, Challenger, Recovery, Might Jewel, Defense, Defense, Might Jewel, and Defense for the gems on the build. I'm not going to go into a ton of detail. This build is just really comfy. It allows you to pretty much just take a lot of hits, and then it just allows you to do a decent amount of damage as well, because we do have Agitator on there when it comes to this build. And then we also have Elemental Absorption, and then the Divine Blessing, Recovery Speed, and so on. And we also have Recovery Up too. Just ends up working out really well with this build, and it just overall seems to be pretty good when it comes to that. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the entire video. Let me know what you guys thought down below in the comments. If you guys actually made it this far in the video, definitely consider subscribing, smashing the like button, and I plan on doing more like guides on this in the future when it comes to weapons. I really actually like this game so far, and I don't know, I'm thinking about maybe trying some other games here soon. I'm not really sure where this YouTube channel is going to go. I do plan on making more Monster Hunter Wilds videos and other videos in general, but I have some ideas that I want to do, but I'm not sure how to do it, if that makes any sense. Anyways, I'm rambling. I'll see you guys around in the next one.